Hey, what's going on? You know what? I'm making a game. This game is called The Godkiller. 2 words. The Godkiller. Okay. It's you solve puzzles in it. You explore. You fight things, but in somehow a peaceful way. You fight them in a peaceful way. Not in the world that you're inside of is it peaceful, but in your own mind it's peaceful. Because you have as much time as you want to move, the world waits for you. Issue your move, everything suddenly unpauses and moves after you. I'll show you. Don't worry about it. We're going to demo. You don't have to listen to me. You can just see it. I always start each stream with a demo. I'm going to do that again. So let's demo. I've got a little crazy thing that I'm going to do where it's a debugging feature where it'll play back a whole series of commands that have been saved from a previous session. I just put them all in here, and it says EW, and then this one means move east, this one means move west, this one moves east. Okay, there's like thousands of those commands. I'm going to hit play, and it's going to kind of blast through them at top speed, which won't make any sense to you, which is why I took a moment to explain it. But it will look cool. You'll like it. I think you will. I can't predict. Okay, so there's about 15 minutes of screwing around condensed into one, something like that. That's not an accurate representation of the game. It's just me kind of being a little bit silly. Here's what the game actually looks like while you're playing it. So I press a key to move north, west, south, east. There's these guys. They're walking up on me. And like I said, they wait to move until I move. As soon as I move east, that guy gets closer to me, right? A tactic that you need to use is flinging. So if I hold down the shift key, I can fling in one of the open directions. And that's going to be helpful because there's 2 enemies that are almost indestructible for me. There's this guy, he's the heavy. I can't push him. I would like to push him. I'm moving east against him. I can't. He just stands there. I do want to have some better indication that I'm attempting visually, a visual indicator that I'm attempting to push. But I am. I'm hitting my key. Nothing happens. Whereas other types of enemies, I can just knock them across the screen. This other guy up here, northeast, is the spiker. He's even worse than the heavy. If he touches me, I just die. Most enemies or creatures, they don't have that effect. He's the only one that is just instant death if he touches me. It's not that big a deal to die. Like, you just restart. The whole level doesn't restart. You just go to the egg, which is where you get reborn, and the level is in the same state that you left it. The only difference is you're next to the egg. So it's really like you die, you get teleported, essentially. There's a guy standing on top of here as a result of me fixing a bug yesterday. So this guy, he's a brawler. And unlike the spiker and the heavy, he should not be able to drop down from a floor. So he's stuck on top of this floor here. And yesterday, before I fixed the bug, he was just going down to the bottom and walking around, but now he's stuck up there. And these two guys, on the other hand, they will follow me. They will follow me down into the pit. I added sound effects yesterday for them, for other creatures besides the player, so that when they drop, they also make that boom, boom, boom. Okay. So the only way I can get out of this pit area is just to kill myself, so that's what I'll do. I wanted to give you an idea of the tactics a little bit, because there's some really nice emergent behavior where you just throw in just just without worrying too much about setting things up perfectly to make good puzzles. You still get like enjoyable small problems to solve based on the emergent behavior of these creatures. There should be another spiker around here. I think he got stuck somewhere. I want to go look for that other spiker, see what's the deal with that guy. Is he down here? Where's my other spiker? Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can find him down underneath. He might have gotten stuck somewhere. Well, that's the one from up top. Oh, there's the other one. Okay, two spikers, pretty deadly. I'll go this way. I'll see if I can get them both up top again. There's the heavy. One of them died, at least one. There's him. So when these guys start closing in, if you don't fling, it gets pretty much impossible to get past them or evade them. Because they'll close the distance with you. But if you can just fling, trouble is seeing where you're going. Another thing you can do is, this spiker guy, he's fatal to touch anything. So if I can get him to walk into the heavy, he'll kill the heavy for me. Them, just like me, will get reborn from the eggs. So there's limited value to trying to kill things. It has to be part of an overall strategy. Or maybe it can help you out in the short term to get over to an area you want to be at. So I can also run this guy, the heavy, into these spikes. I can do that for the spiker too. So you notice he popped down over here. So if I go look at, there's the other spiker. He got stuck in the bottom again. Oh well. This guy just got reborn up at the egg. And where's the heavy? The heavy came off over here. The heavy was reborn in the egg nearest to him, as was the spiker. So they're both kind of waiting up top, and they will drop down on top of me in a moment. Me, when I die, I just go straight to the egg I last touched, which happens to be this one right here. So I'll always start at that one until I touch a different egg. Okay. Let me just make it just a little more challenging. I'm going to add some more creatures here so you can get an idea of the tactics that start coming into play, that emergent puzzle behavior I was talking about. So let's see, let's get, I won't load it up ridiculous, but let's get more. Okay, let's get some brawlers in there so I can have some people to push around. Get rid of this diagnostic cube, it's just weird. Come on, let me pick it, let me pick it. There we go. Alright, hit play, try that out. Oh, it's going to do the, I forgot to clear the initial set of commands. It's going to do this crazy thing again. And now the commands don't match to the same level state, so the result of them is completely different, and I keep falling off into space. Yeah. I gotta remember to clear those commands before I start it. Yeah, let's just stop. Let's stop. It's getting ridiculous. Okay. Let me clear the commands. So why do I have those? They're excellent for reproducing bugs. So if I play a long session and I see a bug, how do I make that happen again? I just hit a key and it outputs all those commands. I can replay them back, and it's just really, really valuable for debugging. Okay, let's save, and let's try it again. It'll be less stupid this time. Okay, so now I've got a proper arena down there to contend with. A whole bunch of people that are going to get on my butt here. I died because I tried to punch a spiker. Now these guys I can knock around. Use a spiker to kill that guy. Now I'm probably about ready to get killed. Ah, I got away. And trying not to die. Let me see. If I go this way, I make it. So it doesn't make a lot of sense most of the time to try to kill enemies. Usually you'd have some other goal you're trying to achieve, like getting to the level exit. So evasion is a frequent goal. Kind of a Jackie Chan style of fighting, as in a lot of his movies, where he's running away from enemies and fighting them at the same time. So I just killed a couple of creatures by getting the spikers to kill them for me. Come back up this way. Alright, those spikers are a nice tool for me at times, even though they are a pain. Now here, I would like to fling to the east to catch on that D block, but there's a bug. And by the way, I think I will fix that bug in this session that makes it so that they don't show up as things that I can fling against. So instead I'll come up here, Let's see if this one is better. Yep, this one I can do. For whatever reason, this C block is not allowing me to fling at it, and the D block as well. But these guys are fine. See, I blocked the spiker away from me by moving the axle. It's a little bit fun to play this in the old, say, robots chase Daleks style from like the 60s and 70s game, where you just see how long you can stay alive. I can picture maybe a mode to the game where that was the only goal, is just see how long you can keep it going with all these guys hassling you. Alright, I need to stop playing this and start building it. Okay, so I want to just concentrate on fixing the worst bug I know about and repeat that process until things are looking good. And I've done that a number of times already. Tends to be that I'll get obsessed about finishing one feature for a bit, and during that time we'll notice some other bugs. They might not be caused by the new feature work I'm doing it, but as a side effect of just the normal amount of playtesting that I do while I'm developing, I start noticing more problems, or creating extra scenarios to work on whatever feature I'm on. I'll start noticing bugs as I go. And those are kept in a backlog. It's a file I call botheringme.txt. Could just be easily be called a backlog, which is a more conventional term for it. I've got them, classified as either bugs, if it's definitely a bug, or maybe something that'd be nice to have, or something to add. It's not so bad to have a whole bunch of enhancements, which are these things that aren't bugs. But to have a bunch of bugs, it's a bad state for the project to be in as far as adding new features to it. You want to fix the bugs before they start piling up in such a way that it makes your other work take longer to do. And there's also the thing where if you have the knowledge in your head about how to fix a problem, because you worked in that area of code more recently, then it's better to return to that area while it's still fresh in your mind, instead of waiting months until it has to be a whole rediscovery of how that code worked for you. So I want to get the bug load down. I've got a couple in blocks. I've got a pretty benign one off in one of my levels here. Level selector, the bright blue texture thing. I don't even know if that's something that's real. I kind of want to test it with the player when I build a player. A couple of warnings. These seem pretty minor. these two here. This one, at the egg on the top floor, lets you walk into it. That one's pretty large. Then I gotta think through my design for certain situations where there's no place to be born, or there's no moves that you can make. So how do you keep going in the game? Those ones are almost not bugs, but just the original design I chose creates problems. So I'm not in bad shape. I mean, I've fixed many bugs as I've gone, and I've been pretty good about following this fix bugs first or soon policy. I don't just let them pile on. I never do. But there's a fair amount here, and it's a good time to cut them down. So let's work on this thing with the blocks. Blocks sometimes will catch a fling, or other times not. And this bug seems easier to me than the one above it, and it might be, if I fix this one, it might fix the other one. So I'm going to try to fix this one first. Okay. So to do that, I want to get rid of some of the clutter that will make it hard for me to reproduce. All these enemies attacking me, that's going to be bothersome. So let's get rid of the brawlers. Let's get rid of the heavies. Curious, so I just delete these, we'll delete the heavy mesh. It does. Okay. And spikers. Cool. It seems like maybe I should move the player over to the spot where I see a problem. So an interesting thing is that I know that this piece here is represented in the board, as are these other ones. There's some different data structures. The board is one of the data structures, or the board is the data structure which has the logical representation of all the game elements, where they all are inside of this big voxely grid, where each spot in the grid, each cell can contain one thing. So the board is for that. It's for a very simplified, puzzle-oriented representation of this whole scene, as opposed to like a collection of scene objects, game objects, all their 3D geometry, all that kind of stuff. So inside of here, it's just, inside the board, this here would just be represented as in column row height XYZ. It contains this type of thing, and that's it, and allows me to quickly perform analysis at the end for different operations to be performed. Okay, so I know that all of these blocks are represented inside of the board. I don't know that the heights are correct. I do want to check one thing I'll do real quick without getting into source code debugging. I want to see if every single one of these blocks before they get pushed around have this same issue, or just some do. Yeah. So that does seem consistent. Okay, I'm guessing that they're not in the height map. But as soon as I push one, it becomes catchable for flings. I can fling against it. See, I can't fling to the one to the west. I can fling to the north one. It's because I pushed it. Yeah, so that's key. Let me see if these are ignore. Okay, these are ignore depth scan. Man. Here's the thing that's bugging me. I think I gotta fix this problem by letting the depth scan pick them up. But there was some other bug I fixed by putting them on ignore depth scan. So I'm feeling kind of like I can fix this bug, but I'll break something else. I can't remember the details of that other bug that I fixed. I could go back and actually watch the friggin' video of myself solving that other bug. I don't want to do that. Let me just, as a test, take the C block and I'll put it to default. And I'll see if I can reproduce the bug still with that set. I can still reproduce it. It was C, right? Man, this is weird. Okay, I'm gonna put this back because it did fix some other bug. Let me set a breakpoint and kind of step through the code and see what's up. And the function that I keep hoping I'll never have to look at again, but I always come back to it. I just got this feeling like, oh, I only gotta do one, maybe two more things in this, and that'll be the end of it. And I'll never have to look at push flat again. It is a complex piece of code. It's maybe the function that does the cleverest things, but is the most complicated. Okay, so if I push, no, this is not the right thing to be checking, because it's the fling guide to begin with. Well, here, let me try this. Fling. Okay, so I say, does a wall block the push or fling? Just thought of one thing. I mean, it would kind of be a belt and suspenders solution, but I could say, could say that if the piece were a block piece, that it's okay. But I think the original thing that was working was this does wall, block, push, or fling was returning true. And it makes me wonder if it's just going to add more complexity by adding a second way to check for the block when the first way is not working. By the way, I'm using the word block here in two different ways. Actually, all the places in the code here referring to block mean that the verb to block. And the thing that I'm talking about that I want to actually cause it to return catch is a block. So I already used this pattern I talked about for spokes, I could use it again for blocks. Let me just try it. Let me just try it. So that works. It works, but I got a bad feeling about it. So let me come up with another case. Say I take this block, put it here. This block, put it up top here. All right. Let's see. Let's do one other thing, just to compare and contrast. So the blocks that get pushed, kind of expect to correctly create a floor that I can stand upon. Okay. Jesus. Certain places in the scene are really hard to select objects in. Okay. Oh, come on. Not the block pad, this thing. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, not that one. This one. This one. Come on. It's not that hard. It shouldn't be that hard. It actually is hard. Never mind. Let's just get that. Okay. And then this. Since it's in the way, let's move it over. And this guy, come on. Move it over. Okay. So now I'm going to try that. Let's see if I can walk on top of the blocks and have it be treated like a floor. Nope. Okay. So that's useful to know that that particular use case doesn't work. Okay, now this is the one that I constructed after the level finished loading. That one's fine. And this one, I could do a little pushing. I think I'll see the other bug that I have in my backlog. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's the one where doesn't think there's anything that needs to drop here, and now there's like a little place for me to walk under the block. Gravity not working. Okay. What next? Seems to me that this idea is a loser. So I'm going to take it out. Okay, the thing that needs to happen is that the blocks participate in the definition of where floors are at. So I have a data structure called heights, and it keeps track of floors and ceilings. And it uses ray casting. It uses ray casting at the beginning. No, I was going to say when the level loads, but actually it uses ray casting during pre-processing to find where all the heights of floors and ceilings are at, store them in a file that gets loaded in when the level loads, and that file is faster to read from to populate that data structure than performing all the ray casting as part of the level load. So I had excluded these guys from that ray casting to find floors and ceilings. Seems to be causing problems, but I did that for some good reason. It solved another problem. So I could go about this one of two ways. I could first figure out what the original problem was that I solved by doing a bit of archaeology, either rewatching previous stuff on YouTube, looking at git commits, which would also have a record in my backlog of what the original bug is. Or I can bite the bullet. I can say, I know I'm going to need that depth scanning, that ray casting to define floors and ceilings around these blocks, so why don't I just put that back in, acknowledge that I'm probably going to regress some previous bug that I'd fixed, and just fix that other bug, whatever it was, but a different way than removing blocks from ray casting. So I think the reason it didn't pick up my change to the layer here before is that I didn't run the pre-processing again. Let me go. Hey, by the way, I just now decided I'm going to go ahead and reapply the ray casting to the blocks and just fix the other bug, whatever regresses as needed. Okay, so let's go to block. Let's set for the prefab everything to default. That means it will participate in the ray casting. So then I will pre-process the level. And let's go ahead and save, which also causes pre-processing. Okay, and then hit play. I suspect I won't have the same bug that I did just a moment ago. We'll see. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That didn't fix it. Why wouldn't it fix it? That's strange. Let me see if the floor problem is still there. Yeah. What the heck? I don't know if I get it. This is a strange one. So I think I'm going to make a depth scan diagnostic. Just a visualization that shows me what result it's coming up with. Before I do that, though, I should just see. No, but I know that the heights aren't right here. I know they're not. I was gonna say I should verify that, but I just really know they're not if I'm following through. Okay, let me make a diagnostic. So my diagnostics, that's the name of things that are right, that are editor-only code that don't go in the game, but help me figure things out. This heights diagnostic might be helpful for one of the other bugs too, so I don't mind writing it. Just copying my patterns over. Let's see. Hey Z. When are you gonna drop another demo link on me? I mean, not to pester you, but it's always cool. Alright. So let's see how to show these. Do I have calls? I do. Get calls, get rows. Cool. Not to put you on a guilt trip. Just if you ever got something you want to show, let me know. Let's see. Yeah, see if I've already got an accessor that will give me back my columns, floors and ceilings. Possibly not. Okay. Okay. I'll be right back. I think Z, I gotta get some root beer. That's what's gonna fuel this whole thing. I'll be right back. If anyone notices that I have a reddish glow about me, I added a me light to my workspace, which is meant to be turned on when I'm doing my own projects as opposed to, or using the desk for my own fun and enjoyment, as opposed to my day job work. So it's a kind of a psychological trick I'm trying out to kind of reclaim this space and say, this is mine, this is my place. It's not the company's. Okay, so what kind of indicator do I want to draw? I think this will work a little bit better if I inset it so it's not at the... I'm going to draw like a little rectangle on top of each floor point, but I want to make it a little bit smaller than 1 meter so it's easy to see. Alright. Ceiling. Maybe make sure I have the floors working, then I'll get the ceiling in next. This could be really ugly, what I'm about to do. Did not seem to work. Okay. Really? Weird. Did I not start debugging? No, that's not the issue. Oh, I always forget. That'll probably do it. There we go. Yeah, just hit play, watch it. Oh, come on. Come on. Where you at? Where you at? Maybe I don't have the gizmos turned on. No, it's turned on. Okay. Let's try this one. Maybe I didn't set the world offset. That could be it. That's it. Okay, no problem. Alright, I want to see some really ugly squares. There we go. Oh god, that's terrible to look at and impossible to understand what's going on. Oh god, that's ghastly. Okay, this has gotten off by one type of a thing. Let me check if it's the same on the other side. If it is, I know how to solve it. Yeah, okay. I don't know why I didn't make a square. It does make me think, though, that, like, just with how busy this is, I might be well served to make it like an L. Just have less stuff to look at. There's one other thing I can do that could be helpful. Well, I could set color based on distance from the camera. It would make it a little bit easier to see what's going on. Another thing I could do is add a filter to this. Okay, let's go. Let's get rid of bottom left. Let's go top left to top right to bottom right. Call that good. So we need this to be a lot less busy. What else? Need some kind of filter. Let's see. Public int maybe 100 is good for now. So we'll say let's see. I think I'd like for these to go on the opposite side. So we'll say top left, bottom left, bottom right, okay. Let's try this. Well, that's not quite right. I don't know if it's worth messing with it. Gain the L. I think it's fine like that. There's a thing where these should be accessible. Okay, let's see. Pull this up. Yeah. There we go. Still a little tough. It looks like ray casting is not catching these. We keep simplifying this a bit. No, I see one here. There we go. Okay, so for some reason C didn't get picked up. These ones, they did. I think. Oh, this is a really useful tool. I'm glad I wrote this. It also tells me that if I start out a level with the spokes set up this way and I expected like a player to come over and walk on top of it, they'll probably fall right through, which is another bug. But now I feel like I can see some things for the first time. There's another problem up here. That is set. At the top of this is not, which is why the player falls through. Okay, let's go ahead and throw the ceilings in there too. There may not be any ceilings in this whole level though, so I just won't worry about them for the moment. I suppose I could. No, I could check. Come down here. No, I think what's going on is the level bounds are there. Okay, yeah, that's fine. See, can't see ceilings yet because the level doesn't allow for it. That's fine. Okay, so it might be that when I came out and tested things out, I went for this C one. This one still has ignore depth scan on it. So let me set this, change the children, and we'll go ahead and generate the map again, or generate the diagnostic. I just want to see it fix the C block there. Yeah, that fixes that. Alright, so if I hit play, I need to confirm that that bug, original bug, is either there or not. Now that I know that the depth scan is, at least seems to be working as expected. No. What the heck? Oh, I didn't. Oh, okay, I know why. Gotta do a save, which generates the depth map. Okay, play again. Huh. There's also the checksum thing, which could prevent writing the file. Let me try this. If I run it from here, I think maybe it forces a save. I'm not sure though. Oh man. So I'm making a change to the level, a token change to get it to force redoing the pre-processing. There I think it saved a result. Weird. What the heck? A couple other tests. No. There's something I'm definitely missing. So I know the depth scan is detecting floors at the top of the blocks. I'm pretty sure it saved a file, a pre-processing file that included those heights. I'm pretty sure. I can verify that. It starts to narrow things down a bit, but not in a happy way, because the things remaining might be pretty tough to dig into. Let me check this again. Okay. Alright. Hard bug. Let's take a look. God, there have just been amazing planes flying by me. I'm not even like a airplane guy. Not an aviation nerd. It's just really cool looking planes. Okay. Let me think. Let's see. What's going wrong? The thing that's going wrong is this. What do I know? I know height map appears to generate correctly. Okay. Ideas. Now I'm just going to list out ideas. Troubleshooting ideas. In fact, there's no point in, it's not the same thing as the solution design that I do, but so I'll just write one line per idea. I'll just think of as many ideas as I can, just to kind of get the juices flowing here. Is it actually saving the heights in pre-prod? Step through flying traversal. Okay. Make a diagnostic that matches flying traversal. Failure. This one combined with the top one is probably in the right vein. It's not just the fling traversal, it's also stepping onto blocks that haven't moved yet or fall through. That would be get land floor. So since I know get land floor is dropping me through when I step onto the blocks, I think I can skip past this idea. Although okay, let's see. Get CRH of square that square for failure point. Okay, I will step through the fling traversal. That's the next thing. Okay, here we go. Mid-play. There we go. Now it's going to test it out. I'll make note of these coordinates. 25, 39, 28. Although, no, okay. Let's see. First one should be pass. Second one should also be pass. I can't remember how far away it is. It might be a few more squares, I'm not sure. I might as well just figure out, instead of stepping into it, figure out where the actual first one is that isn't pass, and then I'll know to check that one more carefully on a second fling. Okay, so when we get to 30, okay, so I'll just hit play, try it again. Okay, this is the one. So I want this one to return true, but it's not going to, I'm pretty sure. So I'm asking, what is the wall height at this particular square? And I say measure from a certain base. Base height is 28. So my hope is that there is a floor at 29. But what I actually see inside of here looks nothing like that. It's got a floor, at height 2. No, I think it's got a ceiling at 2. So the way this works is that 0 is kind of like a default floor that every height structure has. It's like the infinite depth floor, the lowest floor possible. And then this other one is the ceiling, but that ceiling would correspond to that ceiling would correspond to maybe the bottom of the whole level structure. So I do have ceilings. They're just at the very underside of the level. I'm not sure why they didn't show before that. It's something else to maybe debug in the diagnostics. So at some point I'm losing information, because I definitely saw it in the diagnostics. I saw it all there. A good thing is I don't see any errors in this code that evaluates this structure, and I worked really hard on that and wrote so many unit tests against it. Like, it would scare me a little bit if I had to go back into it, because I really carefully put this stuff together. I didn't want to look at it again. I wanted to just trust it. I think I still can trust it, because it looks like the structure that it's acting upon is incorrect, or the values in the structure are incorrect. So it's going to return 0. Okay. So let's do something. $30, $28. Oh, wait a minute. What? So here I've got a totally different structure. Yeah, I don't know. I might be looking at this wrong. Okay, so it's, oh yeah, I was using the H. 30, 39. Okay, let's try this again. 30, 39. Okay, good. Okay. The other part to this that's potentially important. If I change this to heights, then I can look at the same structure in the same place right after my diagnostic completes, and that'll give me some more clues, like where am I losing it, where am I not getting it anymore, did it not save when I went into pre-proc, you know. So okay, then I'll add this other one back in. Okay, it is 3039. Okay. So cool. So I know this is the state that the data is in here is bad, but the logic that acts upon it still seems correct. I don't see any errors in the fling traversal logic. Let's set a breakpoint inside the heights diagnostics right after it generates the heights. Okay. So now, this one looks healthy. This one's got everything I want inside of it. It's got the height 29 right above the block. So that one's good. Let's go to the board loader. To here I can get the heights right after they're loaded in. And also I'm kind of curious if I do an explicit pre-process, is it gonna skip this? Let me check. Yeah, that one should make it save. Just to be doubly sure. Set a breakpoint there. Let's pre-process. Did not. Did not. Okay, that logic is wrong. That's why. That's just incorrect logic. Okay, no problem. Let's see. If not, skip board tap, or it changed, then go ahead and resave it again. Okay, now I'm starting to feel better, because this is a good explanation of why that data is wrong. Okay. So I'm also going to check the level loader. Okay, I want to make sure that the depth scan heights are healthy. So 30, 39. Not healthy. Count 2. What? Okay, so at load time, well, when it loads it back in, maybe the serialization is wrong. Oh man, wow. Things I trusted were not trustworthy. I'm sure it's a mistake I made, but it's weird. Let's go. So I fixed at least 2 bugs, or 2 possible problems for the bug. Let's check the save data. I know you're still garbage. Okay, let's see. See what's in here. No, this is wrong too. Okay. Well, that's great. It might be that the board loader is doing something. That's actually highly likely at this point. So if I look at the heights here, I bet you they're going to be in good shape. They are. Now what about after I assign the depth scan heights to the new board structure? Okay, it's still got 4. Still good. After I add the pieces, no. Adding the pieces, something about that causes an issue. Could it be adding a block? It's probably adding the block. Okay, let's run it again. See what we got there. Lots and lots and lots of things. Let's figure out how far in I gotta get to find a block. Oh, it's the very first one. Awesome. So I want to check. There. Let's just keep stepping. Okay. Addable should be a block. It is. This one is at 36, 42, 28. So let me take a look at that one. What is it? 36. 42. 36, 42, 28. Okay, so this is another healthy one that's probably going to get screwed up. I'm going to set a watch on this one. This is actually a better thing to keep an eye on than 3039, because it's the very first game object. So if I've got to run through this again, it's not going to be that hard. Okay, so let's just, before I dive deep into it, let's just see, does it? Yeah, let's just go in, because I'm almost certain it's going to be code inside of here. I'll at least take a look. I have something in here about blocks. I have stackable. Add wall at square if it's stackable. That's interesting because it does suggest to me that I shouldn't use the depth scan to find the height for it. Maybe there's something like I'm double adding the wall. It is on the M layer. Okay, let me just see if this erases. I won't go into it. I'll just see if it screws it up. It does. Oh. Well, that's kind of bad. If you add a wall to square and there's already a wall there, I don't want it to remove a wall. Okay, let me just set this in. So I'm kind of curious. Seems like there might be more than one thing to fix here. Kind of curious why, if there's already a wall at the square I'm adding to, why it would erase the wall. But I'm also curious why, if there wasn't a wall there, because I would turn off the depth scanning stuff, why it wouldn't successfully add a wall. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put it back. I've reversed myself on this so many times now. I'm gonna put it back so that it doesn't use depth scanning to come up with the heights. Because it does appear to me that there should be some kind of processing that occurs when it gets added to the board, where it adds back in the the wall as part of the adding it to the board. And if that's not working, I want to fix it that way. So now that I've made that change, yeah, so that's good. Just set it down to 28. So now it's got a floor that's right underneath the blocks. What should be happening when it adds the wall in is it should be raising the floor so that it's up above. Same for this one. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's take a look. Here I expect it to be heights 4, but it will be, yeah, at 28. After it adds at the board, what I want it to go to is 29, but I'm almost certain it won't. In fact, I'll just do it one time. Oh. Well, that's even a different thing than I expected. So it didn't change the floor here. It kept it the same. Alright, let's run through it again. And I'll be able to set the breakpoint lower in next time if I have to. Okay, so it is stackable. It's going to be a couple levels deep here. So we got, what is this? I don't know, 36, what? Oh, 51? 51. Oh, weird. No, it's not what I expected. It seems like the order sort of moved around here of the game objects, which kind of makes sense because I did delete one. So okay, that's good to know, because that last check I ran might have produced entirely different results and I was looking at the wrong square. 51, 32, base height 28, top height 29. Okay, I should come out of this with one pair or two pairs of floor ceilings. Okay, so this is going to remove, let me see, my floors, I expect there's going to be one at infinite depth 0, and there's going to be one at 20. How's this algorithm work? Okay, let me just check. 0 and 28. Okay. And okay, the ceilings. There's the bottom of the whole level, and then infinite height, 30,000. It's a constant. It's basically the sky. So this seems to be like a little bit of normalization. Remove floors and ceilings between base and top height of wall. Oh, wait a minute. So it's saying Okay. So I don't think this will remove anything. Oh wait, it will. It will. Yeah, this one will. This will remove the floor at 28. Yeah. So now I'll just have 0. Okay. Is height in or aligned with wall? Okay. This seems a little bit. This isn't matching my comment. If base height is not inside an existing wall, will that be true or not? Add a new floor for it, but I'm adding a ceiling, which seems wrong. So either the comment's wrong or the ceiling's wrong. Okay, if the base height is not inside of an existing wall, will that be true? It will be true. But I'll be adding a ceiling though. I think the logic is right and the comment is wrong. So I do need to add a ceiling underneath. Huh. I don't know, I'm doubting myself. Okay, so I think this will be true. Is it true? It's not. So it's not adding anything. So this actually returned true. It said the height is in or aligned with the wall, and that's after I removed the floor. Did I remove the ceiling too? No, I didn't remove the ceiling. Do another pass through here. Is 28 inside a wall or lined with it? Thing. So we say the height I'm passing is 28. The first thing is going to be the floor. It will be the infinite depth floor. The height will not be less than that. Okay. The next one will be a ceiling. The height is not beneath it. Okay. My height still I got 4. Okay. But this one should return true. The weird thing though is I had that code in the caller that cleared out heights and floors from the structure that was used. Inside of that function, but now I'm looking at the original heights and ceilings, which haven't had that base height removed. So this is always going to return true for the base height. That feels like a bug. That feels like a unintended consequence. But I am trying to mind meld with a version of me from almost 2 years ago that wrote this. So this next one is going to be 28, and it will be equal to the base height. It will return true. Okay, but maybe that's okay. Because the real thing I want to do here is not add anything for the old related to the old floor height. This is the one that counts right here. Will I add a new floor for the top height? Then inside of set from floors and ceilings, there is code that would pull out the redundant floor. So either this logic is going to fail and I won't add a new floor at 29, the top height, or the normalization code is going to fail in some way, or the setting from floors and ceiling. It's going to be this function or this function that's to blame, not this one. This one seems alright. Pretty sure. Okay. I will go ahead and step through. And I feel like this logic here might be wrong. Okay, so 0 should skip past it. Okay, the next one will be the first ceiling will be at 2, the underside of the whole level structure. Next one will be 28. Okay, this should not return true. Now I'm not sure about this next part. It's gonna say what's I? 3. Okay, the last one. This is gonna be the friggin' infinite height. 30,000. So this assertion, I think this should fail though. Okay. Okay, well, hold on. So okay, this is 30,000. Yeah, okay, 30,000. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Thanks for nothing. Okay, actually, I take it back. I think this will actually return false right here. What am I looking at? It just... Was there an exception? It just wouldn't step. Was there an exception? I don't get it. Huh. Was I 3 or was it 4? No, it was 3. That should have been fine. I don't get it. This looks like a weird debugger type problem. Yeah. Now Unity's messed up. I'll have to do a friggin' force quit on Unity. That's bad. I really hate doing this, but I gotta stop. this session without the mission being completed bothers me immensely. I did make some progress though. I did get the diagnostics. Yeah, it doesn't count though. Infrastructure doesn't count. Arrgh, dang it. Okay. I have to switch to a different bug, one that's easier, that I can get done in this session. This one is a brain breaker. I can't do it right now because my brain's fading a little bit. It's late in the day. But I do need to make some progress. Adding infrastructure type stuff in my mind does not count as progress. By my own rules, by my own code, it cannot be used that way. Because it's really easy to fool yourself into thinking that you're getting stuff done and moving towards completion by fiddling around with infrastructure and stuff. I'm not doing that, but still, I want a clear progress. Clear friggin' progress. So I got to restart Unity after my force quit. Always hate doing that. I filed a bug with Unity for the specific problem that I know causes this to be necessary. Skip the new version. I don't trust it. At least I got some level saves in here. I have to go back too far. Let's see, where are you on? Still in default there. Let's delete that. And let's go to the blocks. Save all that. Alright, let me find something that is small, proper progress. If you land on a spiker, you should die instead of killing it. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. So part of the thing with the game design here is that certain things I want to be just laws of the universe. And one law is that spikes kill everything. Spikes, spikers can kill other spikers because they're made out of spikes. If a spiker walks on spikes, he dies. If you walk on spikes, you die. If you walk on the spiker, you die by virtue of him being made out of spikes. Spikes are always deadly to everything. Okay. So let's look for trample. Yeah, this is where it would be. let's say should it kill the spiker too? I don't think it should. Let's see. Well, both of these are saying CRH. Let's see. Check for land on death touch piece. So I'm noticing common code here and here. Let's just move it up. Sort of like simplifying an algebraic equation. You don't even have to understand the code that well, you just have to know that it's impossible for that to change anything. So then I'm thinking, if I return early, am I missing anything important? I don't think so, because player will die if returns true. Player or piece died if returns true. Okay. Let's see if I can do this with the static. I'll just call it a piece. Piece. Yeah. I'm in search of prime numbers. Big fellows, fuck off. Just gonna reset the view so you have the least amount of advertising exposure. There we go. Okay, so now let's be more specific. M piece. We'll be checking on that particular layer. At this point in time, only M pieces have depth touch. If O pieces ever did, then I could add to this function. Okay, so dyeing. What needs to happen? Just call dye. But that means this can't be static. Turn true. And this isn't really specific to landing, so I'll say check depth for depth patch piece. Yeah. Okay, that's not bad. Let's see how it does. Okay, save. Yeah. Yeah, I know what that is. Alright, play. Okay, there is a spiker right underneath me. That kills me. To make sure that normal stuff hasn't regressed. Something's up. Okay, you should be dropping over the side. Oh, are you looking at yourself? And you're just dying every time? That's probably it. That's probably it. Okay, cool. You killed yourself. I'm pretty sure that's it. Piece of como. Or piece equals this. Okay, so now he's still down there. He didn't kill himself anymore. Whoa. Works. Okay, progress. Made it. Oh, I gotta leave that bug for part 2 tomorrow. Never happy to give up the session mission, but that's not the rule that can never be violated. The rule that can never be violated without me missing a limb or lying in a COVID bed or something is progress every day. The other one's just aspirational. Okay, let's take that. There's my progress. It's something. The machinery of me continues to function. That's going to be the end of the stream. Stopping the stream. Stopping the stream. Stop. No.